Hello, Genevieve back again on our emotional support chicken. I'm now going to demonstrate this seam that's visible on the right side when we put the two halves of the tail feathers together. So you want to line up the two straight edges that you end up, and it actually ends up being the right side of one and the wrong side of the other. So I have my right side markers there. So when I flip that over and I'm going to seam together the tallest points here in the middle. So I'm going to do the crochet hook style. You can also feel free to thread your yarn, and you could just whip stitch this edge together if you wanted to, you know, just kind of like so, and just like go around. Totally fine. And I am just going to show you a little bit of how I crochet hook them together. So when doing the edges, I always like to go under like 2 stitches along the edge, and they're, you know, depending on what your bind off looks like, which doesn't really matter. Do not stress about this at all, but I'm going to pull this through and just do a little kind of single crochet action, sort of making this up. I do a little bit of crochet, but you do not have to be a crocheter at all. Like I said, whip stitch is totally fine, but it is nice to kind of get through 2 parts of the edge right there. And pull through, and I kind of like to go like this. I don't know if I'm technically even crocheting right, but it's really not important. Just kind of go under those edges there, and I pull a loop through. This yarn's a little sticky, and then I pull one through both of the loops. So this is going to create a very visible seam there, but it will end up looking just fine, and it really doesn't matter. And I'm using this different color. It does have you use like a color B if you were matching your other colors. I'm gonna kind of make a crazy colored chicken here, so I just sort of picked another yarn color, but this is kind of the mechanism. So I'm just gonna keep going like that all the way across this row to the end, however you decide to seam it, and then I'll be back at you next to pick up stitches along that edge.